Another thing, fellas, another thing, ladies and gentlemen, you know, once you work for the company, right? That means that I can understand that there are lost people out there. They don't know Christ. They don't know God or whatnot. They work for either Ford, car company, or truck company or whatnot, or university hospital or whatnot, right? You know, and they got the policies there, right? You know, they don't know because they lost, right? They work for the company, right? They work for man, right? Now, if you are a Christian, if you are claim to be a Christian, you work for God. You don't work for the company. And I was trying to explain this to this one man I told you about, but he don't get it. Understand? But I was listening, but at the same time, I stood my ground. And at the same time, my mind is made up. You know, that's why the last video I said, I don't work for man, I work for God. So, I could see that if you have a contract, right? Say like if you go into the music business and whatnot, and then it's a contract. You gotta agree to the contract that you ain't supposed to preach the gospel, you ain't supposed to speak against sodomites and transgenders or whatnot. And then if you do, then you violated it. Understand? You know, that's one thing, right? You should, if you go to abide by that, that means you go to agree to that contract, right? But the job that you're working at is not a contract. But they're gonna say, well, that's a policies though. So what? Policies and contracts to me are two different things to me, for real. Because listen, I'm not going along with the man's policies. Understand? See, it's like if a Christian works for God, he or she doesn't follow the policies, man's policies, right? Now, if you lost, then I could see that you are going to go along with the policies. But if you claim to be a Christian, you claim you love God, and then at the same time you go along with these policies, then that's wrong. You're a hypocrite. You can't serve two masters. You can't serve God and the company. Either you're going to serve God only, or you're going to serve the company only. You cannot serve both. So, if you're going to sit up here and you're going to work for God, don't go for the policies. Go do what the Lord tell you to do, understand? For real. And if you go